Hello again, this is Joe Stevens of the Equestria Inquirer.
And Tech Rat.
We're broadcasting live on Everfree Radio, and we have such a special guest. We have Tara Strong. Thank you so much. Twilight herself.
Hi, guys.
Wonderful. The queen of the bronies. And what is it again? Twilight Licious?
Yes, you know it's Twilight Licious.
You're going to make us sing, aren't you?
I think we have to sing. How does it go again? Can we sing all together?
I think we know.
I think we know.
First, I'll make you do it.
Oh, I got to do it. Okay.
All right. Should we do it together?
Let's
do it together.
You do the top, I'll do the bottom. No.
Should I do my falsetto?
Okay, do that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm the T to the W-I-L-I-G-H-T, and ain't no other pony breaking down like you messed it up!
I wanted to do break it down, troll it down. I'm sorry, I ruined it. I'm firing myself.
Right,
I've got to
I'll do
leave.
it with you,
Okay,
All
right.
right, okay.
I'm
the T to the W-I-L-I-G-H-T, and ain't no other pony trolling down like me. I'm Twilight Licious.
Wonderful. I
Yeah.
did need you. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Well,
epic fail, man.
Twilight Licious.
No, you derped.
I derped.
That's right.
derped.
That's right. I got it right. Thank you.
Fine.
Thank you very
It
much.
sounded bad.
That was on purpose. I promise you.
So that being Twilight Licious leads me to my first question, which is, what makes Twilight so special? What makes her Twilight Licious?
Well,
Okay.
I think she's Twilight Licious because she is adorkable and an egghead and smart and funny and strong and not afraid to be who she is and is open to learning things. I think that the most amazing people know they've got a lot to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And I love learning, whether it's a book or someone's story or something interesting. And Twilight is open to that and non-judgmental and magical, and she's just pretty perfect.
Sounds and you've played quite a few unique characters, and Twilight being most Twilight Licious among them.
She's the most Twilight Licious. Other people are Licious. There's Raven Licious and Timmy Licious and Omi Licious, of course. Ben 10 Licious, Toot Licious,
Toot Licious,
Harley Licious,
and of course Bubble Licious.
Bubble Licious.
Which I think is trademarked, but
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't
We
that
were
a gum?
actually talking to Amy Keating Rogers earlier, and she was saying that Bubblicious is the name of one of the episodes of
Bubble Vicious.
Bubble Vicious.
Yes, that's when she's hardcore.
She's hardcore.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So another question is, we know that you are in a different recording situation than the other voice actresses who are actually in Vancouver, Canada. You're
I am
in.
too licious to sit with any other actors.
So you're a one-on-one. So with
That's what happens when you're this licious.
It's very licious.
No, that's a lie. I just don't want to leave my kids that much, and they're in Vancouver, and I live in LA, and I've got a 7 and 10 year old that
That's wonderful.
I just can't fly back and forth every week. I'd miss them too much.
Well, we were
I miss
curious.
them right now.
Oh yeah,
I'll say hi, Sammy and Aiden,
I see.
and Latka the new puppy,
Oh,
and
we have a
Bachi the
new
big
pup.
dog. She might get jealous.
We have a new dog now. Oh, wonderful. What is his name?
Her name's Latka.
Her name's Latka.
Like the
Wonderful.
Jewish potato
Oh,
pancake.
wonderful. Yeah.
and was there an old dog or?
Well, we have an old dog who's 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she doesn't like her very much because she's
Oh.
big. She's 100 pounds and Latka's this big, and she thinks she's a little dog, so it's confusing to her.
Oh, well, walk us through the recording process when you're doing it solo in a studio. We hear a lot of interaction that goes along with the voice actresses in a studio with a lot of people in it. What's it like with the direct? I'm assuming there's a director, a sound recorder, multiple people. Is there a lot of interaction and joking and other riffraff going
I'd say
on?
it's a lot less when you're doing it by yourself. When you have a group record, you get to play off the other actors, and everybody can get silly and raunchy and all kinds of crazy stuff. But when you're by yourself, it's sort of, especially for Twilight, when she's carrying an episode and there's a lot of lines, it's more like getting through without getting tired and not losing your momentum. And, you know, typically with a character that has a lot to say, you don't want to lose the organic nature of it by, you know, either tying yourself out by making too many jokes or
Yes.
screaming or whatever. So it's not as fun to work by yourself. But with that said, because Twilight carries so many episodes, it's probably a lot quicker for me to be able to do the episodes alone. And I'm in a studio with my engineer here, and then I'm phone patched into Vancouver with whoever's there, the director or the producers. And it used to be just me and Lauren Laura and Faust, which was fun too. But
I'm sure everyone here would love to have been a bug on the wall during those
yeah,
recording
those
sessions.
were fun. Those were fun.
But I think TechRat had a question about voice acting.
I absolutely do. Now that we're talking about voice acting a little bit, I do know that you were also involved in a little, I guess you could say, a side project or a side service, which is sort of like an online course for aspiring voice actors, which is called Voice Stars.
Did you try it?
I considered it, but I don't think I'm nearly good enough to.
Why didn't you get it?
Why didn't I get
Did
it?
you get it?
I haven't tried yet.
I have them here if you want.
You have them
Really?
here?
Here, and I'll autograph them.
Wonderful.
I may have to consider that actually. Well, why don't you? Oh, it's over there.
Yeah.
It's over there.
Okay, so
We can show it on camera.
Everybody asks me, oh, I really want to get into voiceovers. How do you do it?
Certainly.
And there's a really long explanation which involves you must take acting classes and singing classes. And I think it's wrong when people say, give it a try, everyone can do it, because that's not true. It's a very small group of people, and it's not the most welcoming, come on and everybody can have a shot business. You have to be at the top of your game. So I actually interviewed. Thank you, Miss
Look
Kelly.
what we have.
That's Miss Kelly.
Look
right
at
on the camera. This is a CD that you pop into your computer, so you can do it in your chonies and see if you really want to get out there.
Is that the
Twilight
best
said
way
chonies.
to voice actors in your
Chonies.
chonies? Okay.
It's called choni voice acting. Not pony, but choni.
Okay.
But basically, it's all the top voice talent, casting directors, show creators, SAG representative, agents, casting people, writers, everything that they can give you informationally to see if you sort of have what it takes before you move somewhere like Los Angeles or New York, where you have to be to really get into the game of animation. So it's just sort of a course that you can do on your own and feel comfortable. There's a whole bunch of auditions you can download that are actual real auditions that I've done or some of my friends have done and practice, and it's all about practice and feeling confident in the studio. So that's voicestarswithaz.com. But I'll sell you one today cheaper with an autograph.
You were really putting pressure on me.
Twilight fell. We'll rescue her. We'll
Okay.
put her next to the CD.
There you
Oh
go.
no,
There you
we're
go.
sorry.
You're putting a lot of pressure on me here live on camera with the Voice Stars thing, but you know what? I will have to.
Forcing people. You did know I forced Lauren Faust onto Twitter yesterday.
I did hear about that actually.
And
Yes.
within one day, she was over 5,000.
Now we saw
And
that
how
you
does she
said.
feel about that exactly?
She's not quite sure, but she definitely blames me.
Did you actually steal her phone and set up a Twitter account for her?
So that is not a rumor. That actually happened.
Oh yes,
my
last night
goodness.
in the car. I took it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well,
All right.
thank you for forcefully or
Well,
otherwise.
a lot of people have been asking, and she's not like me in that craving the spotlight type thing. And she is so fantastic. And I don't know if you saw when she walked out and everyone was cheering for her. She got teary.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Everyone was just chanting Laura, Laura, and we want to chant Tara, Tara too.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Tara,
Tara,
Tara, Tara.
Tara. Is that enough?
Definitely need this.
I know. I'm so sorry.
You look, you're getting an endorsement and everything. That's wonderful.
I know. Will I get any sort of like personal lessons if I sign up for the course? Or?
Yes, I will actually. If you send in your audition to me, I'll let you know how you did.
Oh my
But
goodness.
I'm brutally honest. I might say don't give up your day job.
Even if you tell me I'm an epic fail, I think I'd still be happy if it was coming from you.
Wonderful. I think we've got time for just a couple more questions.
Absolutely.
Here.
I'd like to kind of move on to another project that you're currently involved in, that you recently got involved in, and that is the Brony Documentary that you've joined up with John Delancey and Lauren Faust. Now, this is a recent thing that you've gotten involved. What motivated you to join the project, and what will your contribution be to the documentary?
Well, it all started at the Calgary Con, where I met John Delancey in the green room, and I actually introduced myself because I was a fan. And I said, oh, nice to meet you, Tara Strong. He said, you're Tara Strong? Explain to me the Bronies. Like, what's going on? So I took the time to explain to him how amazing and wonderful and supportive this fan base was. And he told me that he did, a few episodes and that he was getting all this fan mail and he didn't understand it. I said, well, why don't you come with me to my Brony panel? And he said, oh, no. And I said, oh, yes. You come. And so he was hiding in the back and someone asked a Discord question. I said, well, I don't know, but he might be here. And I'm sure you've all seen it on YouTube.
Yes, yes.
And he goes up to the stage and it's like freaking out at the adoration, which he's had from the Star Trek, but it's just different with the Bronies. It's just such a loving, sweet environment. And so then I saw he copied me and made a Discord licious.
He did.
He did.
Yeah, so I get a little feisty when people do that, and so I said something on Twitter like, better be including me in that documentary, like licious stealer or something like that.
So are you telling me you joined the documentary just to put John in his place?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She's
You
trolling.
heard it here first, folks.
She's trolling Discord.
Well, no, what happened was he said, I've been trying to reach you, and he called me, and he was so sweet and genuine. And the nice thing about John is he has, and the entire crew, the best of intentions to show the world who the Bronies are and really dispel any of the crazy, bad rumors and haters. And that interview on Fox TV where they were bashing it and then admitted they'd never even seen the show made me so crazy angry. And it's for them. It's for everyone to feel like they can come out and say, I like My Little Pony and I watch the show. And there's no reason to be a hater of anything, but particularly a show that just fosters friendship and caring and nothing judgmental.
Wonderful. So that leads us to, I think, what will be probably have to be our last question. What does make the Bronies special? What makes My Little Pony special that it has reached so many people and has so many wonderful people working on it?
If I had to say definitively, I couldn't answer for you. I do Family Guy and Fairly Odd Parents and, Drawn Together where there's tons of adult humor. And it's like, okay, that makes sense that there's an adult community. But for the Bronies, it's undefined because it's for so many reasons. And whatever the reason, it's bringing everyone together in friendship and love and understanding. And I think it's unusual and surprising being that I've done Batgirl and the Powerpuff Girls and Raven and Teen Titans and Timmy and all these amazing roles that you'd think would garnish this huge fan base, and then all of a sudden garnish, you put seasoning on it and eat it. I'm tired. But the Bronies are the most garnished. I want to put every garnish on them and eat them.
Like a big burrito, like
They're
Batgirl.
delicious.
I sure hope
I love my Bronies.
I sure hope that's a metaphor.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much,
This
Tara.
has been such a
It's
pleasure.
been wonderful.
A wonderful
Because
pleasure.
they said garnish instead of garner.
I think so.
Well, thank you very much. We love you for this. We love you for Bubbles and for Twilight and for all your wonderful roles that you've done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, this has been Joe Stevens and TechRat with Tara Strong. Thank you.
Bye, guys.